This is how I landed my first major video gig for the world-renowned brand Nivea. I ended up working with them for over 3 years while I lived in Dubai. And here's the story about how I landed the job and how you can replicate the process. So, before we get this started, who am I? I'm Jordan Lee Garbutt, a video director and photographer. I've been creating for over 14 years for brands like Dubai Tourism, Rimmel London, Ford, and you guessed it, Nivea. So let's roll the clock back. The year is 2017. I'd been mainly working as a photographer, and the 3 years before I had been doing little side video jobs, just, getting experience, learning the process, and kind of transitioning myself from the world of photos and into video. I was living in Cape Town and my wife was already working for Emirates Airlines. I flew over and there was no job waiting for me. I just had this belief that I was going to make it work and that I had to make it work. I was just going to go there, try my best and do it. And because Dubai has such like a high turnover of talent, people are always coming and going. It's a through city. So doors are always opening and production companies always want to meet new people. It's like this shiny object syndrome. When pitching myself to these production companies, and this is the important part, I angled myself as a photographer who could shoot video. When I left Dubai, it was kind of the opposite, but that's a story for another time. But after these 3 months, I got the call that every creative ever dreams of, and it was this giant campaign for Dubai Tourism, and it was everything that kind of set things in motion for me. The only caveat was that I would have to shoot behind a TVC, and if you don't know what a TVC is, it stands for television commercial, and it's chaos because as a photographer you mainly have to use the film lights, and if they promise you that you're gonna have 10 minutes to get a shot, which they will always do, if you get 2 minutes, you're lucky. Like that's a good day, because often it will be, okay, you have 2 minutes, get the shot, you'll jump in front of everyone, get it, and 30 seconds in, they're going, you have 10 seconds, people are kicking out the way, and the TVC has to keep going. But anyways, we won the job, and the Eagle has landed. It was just 6 days of chaos, fun, and everything in between. It was shoots from sunrise to sunset, and we're going to the desert, the Burj Al Arab, the Burj Khalifa, Atlantis, the Souk. We were everywhere. If it was an iconic piece of Dubai, we shot there. The client was extremely happy and they loved what I'd done under the circumstances. But why was I able to do this? Well, firstly, I knew how film sets work. So while the director, clients, and producers are like talking about the next shot,
maybe something lower,
or watching playback, I would just hop in, frame up, and get the cast to do whatever I needed. I would always brief the cast before they met the director. That way they were prepared and they kind of knew what they were in for. I myself was always prepared. My exposure was set, my lights were on standby if I needed them, and when it was go time, if they gave me a second, I was on it, I was ready, and I was going to execute no matter what. Being like my first biggest job, but I've always like carried this throughout my career because I assisted for so long, was always kind of like be happy on set, make people laugh, be a good person, be kind, courteous, and helpful. That way people are always going to hire you again and again and again. And the best way to get jobs in this industry is through referrals, without a doubt. If you have a good reputation and people are putting you forth for jobs that you don't even have to kind of open the door for, it's way easier. About 2 weeks after the job, one of the producers called me. They had won a contract with Nivea and they were doing all of their social content, their ads, and they asked me would I be interested in shooting some video for them. But the rate was super low, but they asked could I do it. Now, from the moment they offered it to me was yes, a resounding yes, but you can't always act too keen. So I just started asking some questions about the project, what was the scope, what did they need, and after about like 5 minutes of the producer kind of selling me this job, I told him I'm in. It was a very simple job, just some influencers putting cream on their face in front of a wall. It looked better than this and me. And I just lit it beautifully. And compared to the last videographer, I don't know who they hired, but he did a terrible job. So it just made me look like an absolute rock star. And I just was like, I killed it. They were so stoked. They were so happy. And from then on, it was just shoot after shoot after shoot. They booked me like 2 or 3 times a month, like every month for those 3 years. And we did everything from social advertising, paid, organic, stills shoots, stills campaign, product shoots, everything we did it. So what's the takeaway from the story, and what can you do to replicate this process? Number 1, just plant seeds in people's mind, because 9 times out of 10, it takes like 3 to 18 months before you can actually harvest these rewards. And that's what I did when I angled myself as a photographer who could shoot video. Number 2, just say yes to every opportunity and then kind of figure it out. 3, over-deliver. Treat your clients and every job like it's the biggest job you're on, because to them, it is, and it matters. Just show that you care, and that will take you a long, long way. Number 4, great customer service. Make your clients, and that's the brand, the ad agency, and the production company, love you. Just be organized, well-mannered, have solutions to their problems, or be able to find solutions quickly, and just bring all the good vibes. People want to work with people that are easygoing, happy, confident, and calm, and they get the job done. And number 5, leave your ego at the door.
Hey, Nivea.
The job is never about you. It's only about your client. You are a service. It's about getting your client the best result under the conditions you are given. Nobody likes a diva. No one will ever rehire you if you're a diva. Nobody. It's a one-way ticket to end your career quickly. You want to keep working with the same people, with the same companies again and again, because that's how you build a career. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and click here if you want to watch something else. And if you're a photographer who's always wanted to learn how to create video content, then I've created a course that's perfect for you. It's called the Photographer's Video System, and the link is in the show notes. Cheers.